I want the truth and nothing but the truth.
What is up? It is your lawyer, Jobber Godot here, and today I'm with a couple of friends for the video. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Sure. Yo, Captain Forrest here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Don Juan the Third.
Yep, and today we're going to be figuring out what would happen, just if Yoshikage Kira was in Gotham. Now, I think before we get started, is make sure to go subscribe to Captain Forrest's channel. I will have it linked in the description. And with that out of the way, let's get started with how we think things are going to go. So, we do agree that in the beginning, at least. So, if Yoshikage Kira was in Gotham, so his day-to-day life, what do y'all think would just be happening, pretty much?
I believe he would be like exactly how he'd be in Moro, like a serial killer. Not really many people would know him until he killed someone like upper level, like I would say like Harley Quinn or Poison Ivy or someone of that nature. Yeah. That's what's going to catch Batman's attention.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. Just be doing his day-to-day thing. Now, personally, I do think it'd be pretty funny because, there's a lot of goons in Gotham, man. I could just imagine, let's say, either Penguin, Two-Face, or Joker just rolling up on, like, Kira, thinking he's a normal-ass dude, maybe try some shit on him, try to kidnap him or some bullshit, and he just blows him up. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Get the light on my face. Just something like that.
Yeah, I think, I've got a couple scenarios in my head, I know, like Penguin is, like, a fat ass. So, Yoshikage could be, I don't know, let's say he just, vaporized Harley Quinn, say, she just had a nice, nice manicure and stuff, and he's talking to, Harley Quinn's, dead hand with, a sandwich and stuff.
Yeah!
And Penguin's just having a crappy day. And he's just like, what are you looking at? Give me that sandwich. Fucking grabs it from Yoshi's hand, and then Yoshi just in his typical posh manner, just talks down to him and it just vaporizes him. And obviously Batman just catches word and stuff.
Yeah, just people have been just disappearing recently, and they're just coincidentally just fucking with the wrong guy in the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because that's how they really found out in JoJo's by narrative was by happenstance. They found out who Yoshikage Kira was.
Yeah. And I think another thing about the hand, Harley Quinn's hand, like a darker story. Yeah, Don. Me and Don came up before, just mainly Don. He came up with basically, all the, female villains in this Gotham were start disappearing. Harley Quinn goes up to Batman's like, yo, can you solve this please? This is kind of freaking me out. I can't find Poison Ivy anywhere. And Batman's he's skeptical, and then she disappears too. And then Yoshikage Kira has her hand, and I think it's pretty dark, but I mean that's also the way things could go.
Yeah, could be dark with freaking, say Batman finds out Yoshikage has this weird I don't know, bizarre list of Gotham's women, Catwoman and stuff on I don't know, say he has a little file, and it's just pictures of these females, and they're all his targets being vaporized and stuff.
Yeah, and not to mention there's also a pattern with how Yoshikage Kira just does his killings. It's shown in part 4 when they're investigating his house. He has a little calendar, I think it's every 2 weeks or so, that he just goes and just kills a woman, takes her hand. Even his fingernails grow, when he's feeling the urge to do so, to blow up somebody, take their hand, or a female's hand. So yeah, that's another way Batman could just find him easily.
Another cool concept is to think is if Yoshikage Kira did kill Poison Ivy, and then Batman went to Swamp Thing to see if she's still connected to the Green, and be like, oh no, I don't feel her presence is all within inside the Green, which would be a really cool concept to think about.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and it expands the story and the world in it. He's really in there. Okay, yeah, I like that too. And now we get on to the first round of this bout, pretty much. So, like how this battle is going to begin. Now, in my opinion, how this battle between Kira and Batman is going to begin, because Batman's going to find Kira. Let's say he just lives in, I don't know, fucking hotel room or some bullshit like that, and it's not a good place. And Kira is already catching word that someone is, that Batman at least, because he knows he's in Gotham. Yeah, of course he knows who Batman is, right? Is after him. And so he sets precautions, right? So he's sitting, let's say he's sitting like across the room, probably hiding or something, and he's already had Killer Queen touch the doorknob. And he's just waiting for Batman because he knows, he has a feeling that Batman's going to come get him that day, because also Kira's really fucking lucky and smart too, so that's another thing. He's probably going to come to that conclusion. He's like, oh, well, I did eliminate some high tier people, so it's probably going to catch Batman's attention. And so he's just going to be, let's say, waiting behind a sofa, looking at the door, and then Batman just fucking comes, like, through the window. He just slides it, like, open, like, silently, and Kira just, like, hears it a little bit and looks right. He's like, oh, shit, well, fuck. I guess that door idea won't work. I mean, what's your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. Like, my thoughts on that, like, because, like, Batman, you know, he's pretty freaking smart. So he'll, like, deduce, like, how, like, Yoshikage's like behavior is and how like he kills his like his victims. So he'll be like very cautious on like the objects and the surroundings. So he'll probably like come up with a different way to get in, and that's definitely like, I do like that little scenario, like Batman going through the window instead of the going through the door.
Yeah, it's just something Batman usually does, regularly does, when it comes to like entering houses and shit. It would catch Kira off guard a little, just at least a little bit. But I think the only disadvantage. Oh wait, yeah.
My defense. I was ready to say my defense for Kira would be is, what happens if he touched the window pane of the window before Batman goes through it, and Batman just assumes that he can only put one bomb on one thing at a time. And as soon as Batman goes through the pane of window, he activates bomb type 1 and blows the window up.
That's definitely a possibility, but Batman can definitely sense like intent just by looking at people, pretty much. So if he looked at Kira, and they both looked at each other while Kira, let's say he summons his Killer Queen, he saw the like bad intent. Batman will probably just jump out of the way, pretty much. He has some kind of like precognition going on with him.
Yeah, and so instinctive.
Yeah,
so you like at the last minute you'll be like, oh shit, and then you like jump out the way or like drop or whatever from like, you know, the window, and then the window will blow up. And you'll probably like you just probably dodge it. Let's say like, you know, just for like scenario, just to like make it interesting, let's say kindness sort of tags him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just tags him a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh yeah, by no means do I say that that bomb would kill Batman or disable him in any means, but it'd just be something sneaky that Kira would do.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely sneaky. Just like Batman. Like, keep in mind, Batman can't even. Well, let's say, just be fair in this scenario. Let's say he can see Killer Queen, because he can see like dead man. It's dead man. Most people can't see him, but you know, Batman can see him. He can see other ghosts. So let's say he can, right? He sees Killer Queen and shit. Now, there's nothing Batman can really do about Killer Queen's, you know, strength and speed. That's a bit too much for him to deal with. It's just way too fast for him. Like, if he were to roll up on Kira and fight him, he would just get blown up. I think Batman, like, when he dodged out of the way, he would probably just throw his batarangs, and, you know, Kira would just effortlessly, you know, block him. He'd probably just trash talk Batman, saying, "You're throwing fucking batarangs at me? It's fucking stupid."
Yeah, you did like use Killer Queen to like deflect them, and then you'll just start like talking him down, like, oh, like resorting to little toys.
Yeah, he's just a condescending like thing going on.
Yeah.
Now I know for a fact Kira has to like actually like form like the thumb pushing down on his hand to activate the bomb. What happens if Batman was so quick that he was able to break his hand to the point that he wasn't able to activate the bomb?
Now, with that, I would say that would require prep time for Batman to do that, but I do think that he'd be able to just immediately deduce in the beginning of the fight, like, oh, he needs to put that down, like, you know, set his thumb down in order to activate, you know, the bomb and blow it up, right? But I mean, it's already too late. He stands out, and he can't really get near him to get an opportunity to, break his, fingers or anything like that, because Stan's just too fast.
Yeah, that is true.
But with that, I think we move on to the middle of the fight, because Batman probably is just taking the fight more serious. He's like, okay, this guy, the Stan's fast, like, he's deflecting most of my projectiles, so maybe, since he's faster than me, right, and let's say Batman gets a little lucky, right, when he's going up hand in hand with, Yoshikage Kira. Let's say Killer Queen punches him instead of making him a bomb, because, Kira wants to, like, torture him or something. Be like, oh, you're the Batman? Well, I'm just gonna torch the shit out of you, then blow you up or whatever, right? So Batman, in the middle of the round, he's probably gonna try stealth. So he just throw a smoke bomb, and he would just, all the lights would be off, and he'd be hiding pretty much. Like in the dark, everything's off, lights off. Let's say an EMP probably has EMPs, and like, how do you guys think Yoshikage Kira would like fare in the middle of the fight when that happens? Like, everything's all dark and Batman's in his environment.
I believe Batman could take him with stealth. I mean, it's not shown that Yoshikage Kira could like handle like a situation where like he's blinded or he's in the dark or anything like that. I mean, maybe like with Stray Cat, he could do something with like the air bubbles and like sense Batman coming towards him. But if he's in the dark and just a regular human, I think he would get snuck real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, given Kira, like with his intelligence, he would be like, okay, also he lives in Gotham, so he knows how Batman usually like operates. He has a vague idea of how he operates. I'm not saying he exactly how, but a vague idea. Like, he comes in at night and stuff. Be like, okay, so he's trying to stealth attack me, right? So I think Kira would counter that stealth with Bomb 2, Sheer Heart Attack, since it would sense heat signatures and would go after Batman no matter where he is.
Yeah, I think if the stealth does like become a problem for like Yoshikage, let's say like for example Batman like throws like a smoke bomb, and then Yoshi has to like hide in one like a random like hotel room. He'll be like, okay, well, this is like, I'm gonna have to like send out Sheer Heart Attack to go and find Batman, because there's no way I'm gonna do it on my own. And then Sheer Heart Attack's just gonna like guide Yoshikage and help him like figure out Batman in a sense.
And that would definitely make
see where he's hiding.
Yeah, see where he's hiding, see what he's doing, what he's planning. And another thing, while he sends out Sheer Heart Attack, is that, so let's say Sheer Heart Attack finds Batman, it explodes on Batman, Batman tanks the explosion, he's fine. He tanks like hits from fucking superheroes and shit like that. He'd be fine from it, okay? But okay, that's a pretty big explosion. It hurt a lot. And now Batman has to deal with, Killer Queen and Sheer Heart Attack, the smoke's away. And so Batman, I think he would exit the scene and Kira would go after him, because Kira views Batman now as a threat to his peace. And so Batman would just basically take Yoshikage Kira into more so a better like place for him to fight. Like, let's say maybe an alley or just a more open area, pretty much. An open alley, maybe.
Yeah. So like, if it was to get to that point, like obviously in character, like Yoshi doesn't like to leave his victims alive, of course, or whoever he fights, unless he gets completely dog shitted on. That's when he'll like try to evade and like leave and dip. But in this situation, yeah, he'd go in like an alleyway, like middle of the dark, like darkish, or like with some lights. Yeah. And then that's when he'll start to definitely like show his grim side. He'll start using he'll start using the cat stand, like the plant. He'll start throwing like bombs,
definitely,
or like a bomb, at like Batman. Batman, he does have like spiritual awareness, so he might be able to, at first, like, let's say, just to keep it interesting, like, let's say like Batman is just trying to like go in like trees and stuff, like trying to hide, from like Kira, and let's say like the bomb does blow up,
Yeah,
then
bomb
like
too.
Batman's, yeah, like Batman's gonna be like, okay, like this is actually, this dude is like, he's not some fodder goon off the street. This dude is actually like pretty dangerous.
Yeah,
He's gonna like stop. Yeah, he's gonna try and throw batarangs to try and get like Yoshikage to like force up some defense, like make him switch to defense instead of offense. And then Batman will like try and get in for like the killing stuff.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And Bomb 2 is just gonna be after him, but I think in the late fight, Batman will be able to deduce that Bomb 2 tracks heat signatures. I think he's definitely a capable detective of doing that. Batman's done some crazy shit with his intelligence. I think he'd be able to figure that bomb out. Oh, heat signatures, got it. And I think Batman does have a lot of incendiary like bombs and stuff that he could throw. For example, let's say he just throws like one of his let's say a battering bomb, right? He just throws it in the trash can or some shit, or throws a lighter in a trash can and lights the fire up. And then, the Bomb 2 is rolling around the trash can and shit. Now, then he could just go in and just try to fight Kira one-on-one. But that's only temporary, though. It's a temporary counter.
Yeah. Do you want to give your thoughts?
Also,
Don?
Batman has not just incendiary devices, but like I believe he has like a glue bomb that's able to hold the Flash down as well, and his like arsenal of different weapons he's able to carry on him at all times. So I mean, not only does he have the ability to redirect sheer heart attack, but he also has a way to like temporarily hold sheer heart attack in one place.
Yeah, because sheer heart attack has been held in one place. For example, Koichi's Act 3, gravity manipulation, it's been held down by that. It couldn't move, so that's a good example. But I don't know how strong.
Yeah.
You said it to hold the Flash down. I think it's strong, but I'm not sure if it's stronger than Koichi's Act 3. But I still think that would give Batman a lot of time.
Yeah, I agree. It just at that point, it just Yoshikage like using like the bubble bomb, and like because like he's out in the open, it would probably be a bit difficult for him to use like his like first bomb. But like if Batman does like, because like Batman knows of his ability and stuff, he'll probably be a bit wary of that like of his like first bomb, like his primary bomb. But if he does get in close, starts to overwhelm with like batarangs and stuff, like we do agree, like like Batman is just would just outskill like Yoshikage.
Oh, for sure. Yoshikage isn't even a fighter or considered
Absolutely.
that in Part 4. Even Josuke's like, man, your fighting capabilities kind of suck, man. Also, your speed sucks too. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, damn.
God damn, yeah.
But the thing is, I think what gives Kira the win, in my opinion, for at least round 1, is that for the final like part of the last round, the last part of the battle is, let's say, sheer heart attack. It's just confused. It's going around a trash can on fire. And keep in mind that while Batman's doing all this, evading sheer heart attack, Kira, he's very perceptive and he's already making up a game plan on how to take down Batman. Batman charges towards him, throws a batarang. Killer Queen catches it. Kira's bored, right? And then Kira said, I'm going to make this batarang a bomb. Batman says, it's already a bomb. And then it blows up. Batman gets close, and he gets exploded by an air bullet. Because Kira predicted that, Batman would do something like that.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good scenario. Yeah, like a final.
That's a good scenario, definitely.
It just seems like a Yoshikage Kira thing, in my opinion. And I think that's how it would play out for the first round.
Yeah, I agree.
Same here.
Alright, now we're on to the second round. Now, so it's going to be Batman and Tim Drake up against Yoshikage Kira, but this time, for the last round we didn't include, Bites to Dust, but now we're going to include Bites to Dust. We're going to say that, Batman, Tim Drake are after pursuit of Kira. They've got him cornered, and somehow Kira manages to, get Tim Drake, by himself, just only him and Tim Drake right in the scene, and there's not much Tim Drake can really do about Killer Queen. He doesn't scale to it in terms of stats and speed, right? So Kira, what he does is he puts on Bites to Dust, onto Tim Drake, and says my name is Yoshikage Kira and all this other shit, and he ends up just punching Tim Drake, gets away, and then he tells Batman what's his name, right? And Batman blows up, and then Tim Drake is back to, let's say, an hour, right? I think it was. That's how long it was, Don?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's back an hour before all that even happened. Let's say they're back at the Batcave looking at the file on Yoshikage Kira. And Tim Drake's confused. Now, how do y'all think this scenario plays out? Will Tim Drake pull through? He's the smartest of the Robins?
Oh, he's definitely the smartest of the Robins, for sure.
Yeah, he's pretty smart. I think he would have some trouble dealing with it. He'd feel really bamboozled. He'd be like, "What the hell just happened?" And then he'd be like, I don't think he would be able to uncover it this on a second attempt. He'd probably get looped for he'd probably get looped a few times, or a good several times.
Yeah.
Until he runs out of scenario or ideas on how trying to figure out why he keeps getting looped.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I'd say he would at least go through the time loop probably 4 or 5 times before he's able to even come up with a game plan to even come to stop Bites to Dust.
Yeah, because the first one is just, confusion. Maybe he tells Batman, oh, well, maybe he's unsure what just happened, so he lets things play out. Second time, he just goes up and just, beats the shit out of, Yoshikage Kira. He's like, release the bomb, right? And then Kira's like, well, no, I'm not going to do that. And also, I know that you and Batman don't kill, so I'm not going to release that bomb for shit. And the same things are going to play out. But I definitely do think they're in the final run, let's say the 4th time, because that's what Hayato was in, right?
Yeah.
I do think the 4th time he'll be able to figure out how to just, get Kira to release the bomb, or outsmart him. He just needs to outsmart him, basically, in order to get him to release the bomb. Which I do think he'd be able to do. It could be how could I put it? He could probably fake Batman's death. Probably convince Kira Batman's actually dead and be like, oh, well, what's the point of having this bomb if that guy's already a dead man, right? So, he releases the bomb and then Batman, comes out and he's alive, surprise, and then they just, take him down. Just with teamwork.
Yeah, that is true. Or he could if he kind of discovers the whole thing, he could use I believe don't they use tear gas and stuff? He could immobilize Yoshi and prevent him from saying the words.
Yeah. I mean, just Batman's one thing, but you're also dealing with Robin. They're working together, have good teamwork. That's definitely too much for Kira, even with Killer Queen and its abilities.
Yeah, I agree.
I 100% agree with that.
Alright, and with that, I think we just came to our conclusion. So, round 1, if it's just a simple scenario, Killer Queen, or Yoshikage Kira in Gotham versus, just Batman, because eventually he has to fight Batman. Batman's going to find out he's a killer, right? We concluded that round 1, definitely Yoshikage Kira wins. Round 2, Tim Drake and Batman wins.
Sounds pretty good to me. I was ready to say that's a very good assumption of that.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, round 1 would if it was just Batman on his own, uninevitably, Yoshikage would take victory. But in the second round with Batman with Tim Drake, it would be a numbers game at that point, too much. Mm-hmm. And obviously just the smarts.
Yeah. And another thing before I end this off is I think a more elaboration on Tim Drake's just intelligence is that he was like stated multiple times to be a great detective by Ra's al Ghul, and when he was called the greatest detective by Ra's al Ghul, keep in mind that in this story of, like the DC Comics, everyone thought Batman was dead, except for Tim Drake, and he spent, I think, months just trying to find out, like, he's trying to find Batman, he's investigating, and he eventually does, and he's even congratulated by Batman. He's like, good job, you did it, man. Everyone thought I was dead, except for you. It's amazing. You have amazing deduction skills. Batman stated that he knows about his intelligence, like his intelligence is something to be noted. And he even created like a whole, what was that thing called again? Protocol, like what Batman created against the Justice League. What was it called again?
Oh, okay. Oh, contingency plans and stuff.
Yeah, he did the same thing as Batman. He created contingency plans from scratch. No references from Batman's contingency plans, just from scratch. On the Justice League and Teen Titan members and all the Robins. I think that's something to be noted. That's just insane, intelligence and also prep feats. So yeah, I think that's the conclusions we came to in this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Just a reminder, if y'all like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also go check out Forrest's channel. And until next time, see ya.
See my dad's tape. I knew it was shit.